canes?
Yep. Okay, so the word deer also gives us the conjoined indication as to why candy canes are also an integral part of this tradition. By spelling deer backwards, we get the anagram of reed and reed. Translated into French becomes rose, meaning cane reed. So the candy cane of the reindeer, which is simply another allegorical way of indicating the spinal column.
Facts, facts.
Yes, the
The
spinal
candy
column.
Now,
facts. So
the symbol for the vice lords is a top hat and a cane.
top hat and a cane, right? Those are facts. Those are facts, though.
Yeah.
The top hat represent the Manhattan Indians.
What?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Manhattan, the Manhattan clan is the Mad Hatter clan. They the ones who rallied the troops.
Mm.
Facts.
Manhattan is the battle cry, right? They are the gents. And the cane is the cane represented by the Baron at a crossroads,
Mm.
right? That old goon, Ogun, right? So now he walked with a cane because he got a limp. That's a crooked man walking on the land.
Mm-hmm.
And you see on the Vice Lord cap, you see the 5-pointed star of Venus instead of the upside down 5-point star of Baphomet, because Baphomet is Venus crucified.
Come again.
Baphomet is Venus crucified. It's the upside down 5-point star.
Mm.
These
Yeah,
are the symbols of the Vice Lord nation. 5-point star, peoples.
Mm.
yeah, most definitely. I just wanted people to get a visual of what the brother was saying because I know you all hear him talking, but
Yeah.
if you, it sounds like gibberish, but when you put two and two together, you could find the concept of what he is that he's talking about, this top hat and the cane. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So just adding value to the brother's thing, but yeah, candy canes, the reed, becomes the cane or the spinal column. All right. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when we're did anybody else wanted to add something? Because
So the reed is also synonymous with the Reed Sea, mistranslated in the Bible as the Red Sea.
Mm.
The
Damn.
Red Sea is the Red Crips, but the Red Crips is called Bloods,
Right.
right? So now we on the West Coast turnaround with the information. We got all clans on the land involved in Black Girl Magic teaching these motherfuckers something.
right,
So on this buck head, you see his horns, right? His antlers.
right.
Right.
That's also the reef. It's also represented by a reef.
And that cane is just another divination staff.
Yep. Magic wand. Black girl magic once again.
Mm. Mm.
Right?
You gonna learn
So
today.
and you see the red and white stripes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The red and white stripes flips out into a red and white checkerboard.
Ooh.
Right? So we on fifth dimensional chess. We in the out of the ruby red tablets of set. Blood on the floor. You better walk with a cane so you don't slip and fall and show your red bottom shoes.
And is that for the era that's going out or the one
Right.
that's
So
coming
this is the closing of the dirt that was did in the red house. The blood on the floor was the Babylonian blood magic, which is a sin right. used to subjugate the people and keep them in a mental stupor called the spell of Kingu.
The Red Queen, off with their heads.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Ooh, yes.
Blood everywhere. The Red Queen.
Mm-hmm. Bloody Mary.
The bloody big head.
Right? And Mary is the Mary of Scots. Mary means rebellious woman, but it's not. It's a derogatory term for the young maiden. It means that she's a rebellious woman because they can't make her act like they want her to act. You know, them difficult black women. You know what we talking about.
I
That
don't
don't tolerate people
but
coming with that bullshit. Your receipt is rejected, motherfucker.
I said I don't personally. However, Mary Magdalene would be. Is she like a queen? Is she? She got some stature up there.
Look, Mary Magdalene means the rebellious woman with the mandala, the ability to create or to use manifestation. The mandala is called the Sri Yantra, and it's the manifestation mandala. It's used to manifest, right? So the Mary or the rebellious woman who uses the mandala is an oracle,
Lilith.
a prophetess.
It's not
Not
Lilith.
necessarily Lilith, but she's a prophetess.
Okay.
Now, it say that she was espoused to the Christ. That means that she had to be picked by the mother. And the mother is the queen mother. And the queen mother only going to pick the one that love her son unconditionally like she do.
And so did Queen Elizabeth err when she gave the crown to what's his face? Charles? Instead of
All that's TV. All that's what we call white man lies.
okay. But
that's just the longest running soap opera.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. And that allegorical tale shouldn't wouldn't Princess Diana had gotten that crown when she passed, or someone female?
She would have been the rightful heir to the queen's crown.
They couldn't have let old girl have it.
Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, what about the other bitch that's married to the other guy?
I forgot her name, but she don't qualify either. Because okay, so the black girl stand a better chance of qualifying if Diana was actually dead, but she ain't dead.
Okay. Yeah.
So they know she not dead, so they can't give the crown to another queen. So then it passes to the son as the king, and his wife has become the queen, even though she's in absentia. She's still the queen, but she can't. She's what you call a stranger to the throne. She's been estranged from the throne, but they know she's still alive. She still would have been the rightful heir. But they was the family that covered up the black nobility and played the social affairs out in the public's eye so that the black nobility can remain concealed and continue to do their dirt unmolested.
Well, then why did the Pope just release the new Black Madonna?
Because he can't keep it secret no more. The Grand Matriarch seat is the Black Madonna seat. Right? Madonna means mother of Donna.
And you got to understand, a lot of those relics were in those churches all across Germany, Italy already, centuries. That those Black Madonnas have been over there for centuries, unbeknownst to us. And
that's the land of ISIS anyway.
He's just revealing it now.
Yeah, all of the Europeans revere the Madonna and child,
Mm.
which is Isis, the queen of heaven and earth.
And their Madonnas are black, though. They are literally black
Okay,
statues.
right. Yeah, the one he released her, they
Because
couldn't have
that's
made
what
them
she
any blacker.
that's what she was, a melanated woman.
You know what I'm saying? On the land. So we brought Rod on, man. Rod finna get ready to crack heads into its camps. Can you hear me, Rod?
Yeah, I can you. I gotta go out and come back in. So what you do,
Okay.
run that video, because this is gonna be the foundation for what we're gonna be talking about.
Got you. I got you.
Do I sound pretty clear?
Yeah, you clear. You loud and clear.
Okay. So it's a couple things that I need you to remember. When they talking about the number 13,
Okay.
right? They talking about the spell put on the Great Mother by the secret societies.
Okay.
When they talk about the 72 star seal in the dome,
Okay.
they talking about the 72 sigils used to seal the Great Mother womb,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then they gonna talk about the layout of Washington, D.C. Those are sigils on the ground for conjure spell,
Okay.
right? When they talk about patriots, they talking about patriarchy,
Okay.
right? Okay, so when you listen to it, they gonna give you all of this history, and they gonna tie all the stuff we've been talking about, the usurping of the Great Mother and the restoring the Great Mother back to her throne. They finish show you all of the places they put the spells on her, but he's gonna be telling it as if the number 13 is a cursed number. But the curse was put on the number 13 by the patriarchy to put a circle of blockade around Big Mama's seat, right? Okay. He's dealing with DC, District of Columbia. Remember, before it was Washington, DC, right? It was called Rome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? To tie us back to all of the biblical prophecies. Also pay attention to how they connect George Washington to Zeus. And remember that Zeus is Enlil.
Okay.
You got that? So I can't hear you that good, so I got to go out and come back in so you can run that video. And by the time it's over with, we be ready to boot up.
I got it right into it.
Mm-hmm.
About how this our Nana land, how they use stealing them, try to usurp the mother's rights and the mitochondrial birth. Yeah, this is connecting all that stuff together. That's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
So that guy is a lecturer and an author. And he got books and everything out on this stuff, talking about it. But what he's tying together, he not knowing that he's identifying the involved secret society's signature spell cast.
Okay.
Each one of them had cast the spell. You have to find the keys, right? And then you have to use your imagination and develop your psychic intuition where you can keep analyzing what's being said, who's saying it, where's it coming from, right? If you go back to that guy he said was writing the codes, his name is the code, right? So I don't know how you want to do this, but we could either dissect the video or we can go on to the regular Q&A.
Hey, like however you want to do it, but I got some questions concerning that video, and the questions that I had go along with that video.
Now, remember all the tough stuff I told you at the beginning, right? True.
About the 72 thing, because I was like, okay, do that connect with the 72 demons of Solomon?
Yeah, because only those are the energies that the 72 seals have in them.
Okay.
Only by knowing which seal, what these 72 seals is, they actually DNA codons.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. But when you know the energy frequency, when it's being used in the conjure spell, it'll stick out. Now notice they only put 5-pointed stars in all of the 72 seals. That's the reverse side of the coin. The other side is the sigil side. So the 5-point star represents Venus.
Go ahead.
Right? The aspect of the Great Mother that is her most seductive and her most loving. Right? When she goes to the Big Mama aspect, the old crone, she's now seasoned, well developed in her mental perception of this reality. Right? And now she's seated on the throne as the old crone, Big Mama. In the beginning stages is the young girl on her fool's journey to become Big Mama. Right? So they reenacting the story on the Blue House, which is signature of the Hiram key, Hiram Abiff, who was struck by 3 ruffians. Hold up. Yeah.
Hey.
Hold on 1 second now.
Go ahead, handle your business. Yeah, that's gonna bring me to my next question that I got. That's gonna tie into this whole thing. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Hey, Rod, this gonna tie what you just saying. This gonna tie. Now, this is the big question because I wrote this one down, man. I pondered on it all day, and you just said a lot on this already, and it's a lot out about it. But it seemed like to me, based on my research, as I'm still learning and going back and finding other stuff, I'm always finding a woman breastfeeding a child, it's a male child, right? Even when I go back to studying the reptilians, they got the reptilian breastfeeding the male child. And then you go to the Inanna one, the Black Madonna one, Nimrod and his mother. I mean, it's always all the storylines, Jesus and his mother, Cleopatra and her son. It's always the mother-son concept. But it seemed like to me some kind of way they reversed it and made it father-son. They took the mother out and then put the father-son concept and the breastfeeding connection. Could you go in a little bit on that, the mother-son concept? Go ahead.
That's where you get your Masonic Lodge, mother and son, mama trained the son. So in these depictions of this imagery, the woman breastfeeding the infant, but the father is always counseling a child. He's not never breastfeeding, right? He's standing either next to him or he's standing, kneeling down to talk to him. In our culture, the Roman culture is a little different. It's freaky. It's male on male freaky, right? So the original was the birth of Earth's great defender, Heru. Heru's status as the prince who's the heir to Osiris's throne, but there's one problem. His uncle Set is in the way. So Set in the way becomes Satan's way. So now he got to figure out, as the infant to the Great Mother, how do I get my mama her proper position back and take my father's throne as his redeemer? I had to get rid of Uncle Set. So we waged war, the Falcon, against Uncle Set, which is really the armadillo from the south of the United States, but that's a whole nother thing. The war between Horus and Set is a war for the throne of Osiris that Set usurped, right? So who Set usurped means under something, Big Mama seat. Do you know somebody who sit under Big Mama seat, Elder?
The Pope.
The Pope.
Yeah. Peter's chair. Peter's chair.
Yeah, but St. Peter's chair is at a whole nother church.
Yeah. Go ahead. Break it down, right?
They use that because Peter is patter and patter is father. So the Pope is holding Big Mama chair for his father, Set, that set him as a Jacobin, an underminer, under her throne to put the circle around the throne to block her from getting back to her seat. Right? So they show you the conjure magic part of it with the 72 stars in the uterus of the Great Mother. Right? But here's the part, if you notice at the beginning, she's not dressed like she from Egypt. She's not dressed like she from Rome. She dressed like Queen Califia. Play the first 30 seconds again, Elder. Where y'all can see her and then stop when you get on her picture and see if we can blow it up. Don't have the level of resistance of a human spontaneously gender transitioning.
Started with the frogs first, most sensitive to the environment, right? You know, frogs were switching sexual disposition, actually gaining some of the gonads, actually growing wombs because of the exposure in the soil to the lexicon of chemicals that were coming out of the sky via the governmental chemtrails, which are harmless, according to the federal government.
For the last, ever since the first Trump election, they've been spraying stuff to try to clean that up. And this is why you have it looking like rocks falling out the sky. It's binding agents that bind to those chemicals to get them out of the air. In some places, your snow, it looked like styrofoam because it's binding agents.
Yeah.
In some places, they even literally raining rocks